Welcome to Dev Radio. I'm here with Dennis Schultz from the Blacks in Technology Foundation, and we're going to talk about the Innovation Challenge. Thank you for joining me, Dennis.
Thanks, Matthew. I appreciate it.
So about, I think it was like mid-February, it was about 6 weeks ago, I reached out to you because I'd been asked to work with organizations that could help us train people who are from underrepresented communities in technology. I was asked to teach a couple thousand people how to build AI solutions on Azure. And the idea is that people would spend the month of April and most of May getting certified on some of our Azure certifications, AI 102, AZ 204, DP 203, kind of the mix of skills that you need, I think, as a team to really build a working end-to-end, enterprise-ready solution with AI. And then at the end of May, after anyone who's actually gone through this really sort of tech-intensive skilling sprint and gotten certified, we'll invite to a hackathon where people compete in teams of 5. Ideally with the people you learned with, and people will build for use cases that come from actual customers. So they're real world problems that can be solved with AI. We'll get people hands-on working together to build, and there'll be a $10,000 prize for the winning team, and we'll have judges from our customers. And even if you don't win, you're going to have a great experience, and you'll have something to show, for your next job interview. This is what I can do with AI. And there's just not that many people with AI credentials out there yet. So, Dennis, why did you say yes when I came to you with this idea?
Well, it seemed like a no-brainer to me because, one, it's really cool to have a capstone project that is also a $10,000 prize potential. So,
Yeah.
and the fact that Microsoft was willing to invest in the actual certifications for the upskilling program was also a benefit. So, for us, it seemed like a win-win. And I don't know if this is the point where you want me to plug a bit, but I can give you a little bit.
Who's Bit? How do we find you? What do we find? Who should I send there?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, Blacks in Technology, and specifically the Blacks in Technology Foundation, is a nonprofit designated for the improvement and increased representation of people of African descent in the tech industry. We have over 80 chapters in 22 countries, over 32,000 members globally. And what differentiates us from, other, what I'll call Black tech organizations, social groups, or conferences, is that we're a community. We actually focus primarily on information technology and what I call the business of tech, right? Yeah. So, most of our members are going to be people who either work in IT departments or work for a tech company. And we try to provide them with resources, both hard skills and soft skills, to be successful.
Yeah, I think that the soft skills are a super important part of it. I mean, again, the whole reason we're doing the hackathon approach for the capstone is this is what it's like when you really build solutions in an enterprise. And I think that people that go through this experience, they'll know what it takes to be under time pressure and collaborate. And so it's I'm looking forward to seeing what gets built. And I know your organization has really come on very strong in terms of signing people up too. You've got a lot of interest in this.
Oh yeah, we started off with the goal of about 500. So the target was, okay, if we can get 500 people to sign up, this will be hugely successful.
Yeah.
After the first couple of hours that we launched this was only a week-long open registration process. We had almost 200 people in the first couple hours. I was like, oh, okay, this is going pretty good. I think we'll hit our goal. All said and done, when we closed registration, we had over 23 people who signed up to receive certification and training. So that was amazing. And we've got people from, as far as Australia and Netherlands and, over, a dozen countries throughout Africa alone that are interested in participating, with obviously the majority of those people, residing in the States. But it's an amazing outpouring of response. And hopefully, we'll get most of those people over the finish line.
Yeah. Just a couple more questions for you. In terms of AI today, what are you excited about? What have you seen customers do recently that you think is cool or surprising?
Yeah, I think it's kind of fear of missing out almost for a lot of customers that I deal with on the enterprise side, because everybody wants to know what everybody else is doing and how they're leveraging so they don't fall behind. But there's obviously interest in how you mitigate risk through AI. A lot of people are taking safety and security first stance. Figuring out, okay, how do we make sure that we don't do this wrong and we don't, end up shooting ourselves in the foot. But I mean, I'm seeing, everything from, with the Copilot and Microsoft specifically. I mean, we see everything from, sales solutions to HR solutions to security solutions, and anybody who has a role behind the keyboard is probably going to be affected by AI in some way, shape, or form. And now is the fun time because everybody's still, learning what the capabilities are. And it seems like every week there's a new announcement about, some, new data set or new workflow or, something that could be potentially a game changer for different industries.
Yeah, I think that one of the things I get excited about with AI when I like to, geek out about it is that our responsible AI standard. It's actual tools. It's not just, hey, let's feel good and do the right thing, but there's dashboards you can use to check your machine learning models. Like, is this going to hurt anyone? It's very Microsoft. We're very practical about these kinds of things. So, just one last question to close it up: Star Trek or Star Wars?
I knew this was coming, and I still don't. I'm back and forth because for Star Trek, and I'll try to make this as brief as possible. I'm more of a originalist. Give me Kirk, give me the original Spock. But for the longevity of the franchise, I love what Star Wars has done with the reboots and, taking it to a place that I didn't anticipate, which is actually, surprisingly good. As a kid who saw the original Star Wars in the movie theater,
we're the same age.
I gotta go Star Wars. Gotta go with Star Wars. And Empire is probably, in my opinion, one of the best movies ever. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk about your organization. And thanks so much for helping us get these people trained up.
All right. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate your support.